Starting off with the grand lobby, the moment you step in, you can already feel the resort vibes. It's super spacious, very open and very naturey. There's lots of greenery and tons of lounge areas to just sit, chill and wait around. Right beside the lobby is this small cafe area. They have a pretty decent spread of pastries and desserts. Not crazy, but definitely not bad. Enough options if you just want a quick coffee and something sweet. I was flipping through the cafe menu and I was actually surprised by how many tea and coffee options they had. Probably one of the widest varieties I've seen at a hotel cafe. Price-wise, it's definitely not the cheapest, but then again, it is Holiday Inn, so prices are adjusted for tourists. That said, it is slightly cheaper than I expected. Room tour! Okay, so when you first walk in, on the right you have this closet area which honestly can double as a sitting area when you're putting on your shoes. And next is the separate toilet and bath. It's an open concept layout, but there is a sliding wooden door that you can pull across to separate the shower from the sleeping area. Here is the sleeping area with a desk and a small reading corner.
Let me out of here!
Dumbass motherfucker.
And moving on to the balcony, there is a drying rack and an outdoor sitting area. Since this place is still pretty new, everything's quite clean, although our unit did come with a surprise spider on the balcony ceiling. So onto the swimming pool area. There's a pool bar, lots of sheltered lounge beds, and the walkways are super clean. They also provide bicycles for guests to bike around the resort, which is great because this place is huge. There's even a lazy river, a volleyball court, and multiple floating beanbags just chilling in the pool. So here's the gym, and honestly it's pretty well equipped. There's a lot of cardio equipment too. The only thing I wish they had was a Smith machine or a proper barbell rack. This is another area of the resort filled with lounge beds everywhere, surrounded by greenery, super peaceful, very chill vibes. Here's the snack shop and entertainment area. On this side, there's a PlayStation and Monopoly which isn't well maintained. Boat rides are also available here. And on the other side, you've got shuffleboard, foosball table, and a pool table. Lots to do even if you're just hanging around the resort. So we're heading out for an early dinner at Lagoi Bay. We booked a taxi service where you can get a dedicated driver, either one-way or two-way, depending on what you need. You can arrange this directly at the concierge and choose where you want to go. Lagoi Bay has several hotels and resorts too, especially if you want to stay closer to the beach. Massages here are slightly more affordable compared to the resort spa. Depending on the time of year, there may or may not be events happening. Every time I visit Bintan, I always come here, especially to dine at Warung Ye for their Indomie and to buy some souvenirs. And honestly, this place looks way nicer at night with all the lights on. The breakfast buffet has a wide variety from Western to Indonesian and even some Chinese options. This is the Indonesian section with all the different sambals. Here's the noodle station. This entire area is basically carbs, so pastries, bread, and even porridge. We took a taxi down to Amun and rented a scooter to ride around the man-made beach. It's self-drive and you don't need a license to rent one. We stayed at Amun before and it was a really good 2-night stay. If you're into glamping, this place is definitely for you. One thing to note though, since we weren't staying at Anmon, we did have to pay an entrance fee to access the beach. Sometimes there are corporate events and live bands at night, so it can get noisy if your tent is near the lobby. This place is clean, but there's no TV in Anmon tents. This entire beach area is great for sunbathing and swimming, and activities here are discounted for Anmon and Natra guests. We always try to visit at least one kelong when you're here to try their zita. And this was pretty meat. We definitely had better ones. Whenever I stay at a hotel, I always try their room service. Since it was just my aunt and I, couldn't order much, but we tried to go for as many local dishes as possible. Okay, so we ordered room service and I got this vegan rendang. I like the marinade, very flavorful, so yeah. It's marinated jackfruit. You can see the actual fruit itself. I had better vegan rendang. Okay, let's try the crackers. It's a bit bitter, but not bad. They came with chili, both types. One is like a sauce.
Can't see fucking shit out of this thing.
I think they use duck soy sauce, and the other one is their sambal. So I'm gonna try it with the cracker. The sambal is a bit sweet, but it's not that as spicy as I thought it would be, because Indonesian spice is next level. But this is still tolerable. The soy sauce and chili. It tastes like what it is, soy sauce and chili. Okay, we also got some Indonesian satay. As you can see, there's the peanut sauce that we dip the satay in. So this is the mixed Indonesian satay. So I believe this is the beef, and this is the chicken, and they have the ketupat, which is rice, steamed rice if I'm correct, wrapped in coconut leaves, some cucumbers and tomato, and this salad thing in doused in a sauce. Yeah, it smells like achar, like sour. Okay, I'm gonna try the beef satay. I'm gonna dip it in the sauce. A bit tough. Don't have the beef taste though. So
At any rate, that is what we're
So,
going to try to do.
it's good and bad. It's tough, but it doesn't have the beef taste. It is dry, as you can see. Yeah, so it's definitely overcooked. This is the chicken satay. Good char, to be honest. Both of their satay. One is like more burnt than the other side. This has a good char. This is the chicken. The beef is more burnt. That's probably why it's dry. So I'm gonna try the chicken now. I will dip in the sauce. It's equally as dry. And I'll try it without the sauce now. I like the marinade of the chicken, but it would be better if it's juicier rather than dry. Otherwise, not bad. Not bad. But then again, I wouldn't order it. Now I'll try the ketupat. Tastes like ketupat, but a bit flaky. Now I'm gonna try the vegetables. It reminds me of mango salad. Okay, finally we have this Black Forest dessert. Yeah. So I'm gonna try it now. Like this. I was saying it was light, not too sweet, which is great. Refreshing. But I want you to hear how light it is and how the cake snaps. So there's like a spongy feel to it. To be honest, I prefer the Black Forest cake by itself without the marshmallows. I will order again, but there was another item on the menu that I wanted to order, but I will not be able to finish if I ordered it. It was a caramelized pecan nut tart, but that came with ice cream, so I didn't think that would have lasted. The vegan rendang was not bad, decent. Although I wish the meat would have been better. The marinade was great, so yeah. The satay, I wouldn't order it again. Yeah, but the sambal is not my thing. I thought it would be more strong in terms of the chili taste. It's more sweet, on the sweeter end, and yeah. The crackers, I'm not a fan of crackers, but I think it's pretty good. I hope you enjoy this little review. I didn't manage to get everything on the menu, but yeah, highly recommend the calamari from this place. And the poolside, I did order a Caesar salad, which was alright. Tastes like any other Caesar salad, but the chicken was in the bread, which was a bit off-putting. There weren't any visible chicken bits that I saw, but I prefer a Caesar salad with chicken strips on top rather than made into the waffle form that it was yesterday. The amenities are great here though, so if you were to come to Bintan, I would recommend a 4-day 3-night or a 3-day 2-night if you're rushing. A great getaway. Holiday Inn is very family friendly and children friendly because there's like kids pool, there's even a kids wet playground and a kids play area, both indoor and outdoor, and they're free, but just remember to bring your socks if your kid is going to play in the indoor playground. There are multiple bars here, pool bars, but they close quite early, about 8 something. And the pool that we were at had a basketball and volleyball area inside the pool, which was pretty cool. There's also table tennis areas and the chess area. So it's a literal chess place, but you manually move. It's a life-size piece. So yeah. And also there's lazy rivers, games room, billiard, shuffleboards, PlayStation, Monopoly. Although I wouldn't recommend the Monopoly because a lot of pieces are missing and it's not very well maintained, the Monopoly. There's also a boat ride you can go on, which is also free. Just depending on whether or not you want to be in the heat.